Hi, and welcome to Sarah Football Extra. My name is Rafael Banamankoati, and in today's episode, we predict the top six in the English Premiership. The English Premiership will start off this weekend, and we have an array of matches that will be played across the various league centres in Europe. Off the top of my head, Manchester United will be playing Wolverhampton Wanderers. You have Chelsea versus Wolves. Luton will play to that is Brighton. You have Manchester City will be playing away to Burnley. So a host of matches in the English Premiership. But most importantly, we are settling on our top six. My top six for this year's 2023-2024 soccer season in England. So my top six. So with the first of teams that I feel that would win the English Premiership, I'll go for Manchester City again. So last season they toppled Arsenal to winning the league. I mean, that was the three-peat they repeated on that occasion. One would ask why I'm going for Manchester City again. I mean, if a team is highly motivated to do a four-peat, none other than Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. And when you look at the array of boys he has at his disposal, these are guys that will not relent on their success to make sure that they are doing very well in the English Premiership. Yes, they might have lost some players to deals outside. The likes of Riyad Mahrez left to that is the Gulf. You also have Yango Herrera. He also left. Ike Gundogan left to that is Barcelona in the Spanish Premier La Liga. And Benjamin Mendy, after a long protracted court case in the UK, he also left gone. Like he left loose, or Manchester City had to cut their ties with that is Benjamin Mendy. But it goes without saying that in as much as they've let all these guys go, I mean there is still some level of squad depth because you have a player like Kevin De Bruyne in there, Bernardo Silva is in there, you have Phil Foden in there, Laporte, you have Stones, you have Nathan Ake. So you look at the squad from last season that won the Champions League. They also won the FA Cup as well as the English Premiership. A host of these guys are still in there for Pep Guardiola to use. And it goes without saying that they've been able to sign Josko Gvardiol from RB Leipzig. He's joined. And you look at the defense of Manchester City. You have Nathan Ake, Laporte. You have a host of other guys in there, Ruben Dias. All these guys are in there for that is Pep Guardiola to use, and he's added Josko Gvardiol to the side. I mean, that should tell you what Pep Guardiola wants to do with his current side. I mean, this side that has an array of stars. When you talk of creativity, it's in there. When you talk of balance, it's in there. When you talk of quality, it's in there. Then we'll move to the striking department. Erling Haaland is there, banging close to 35 goals in his first season in a new league, that is England. Everybody felt and thought that Erling Haaland will not be able to repeat historics at Borussia Dortmund, but he took the English Premiership by storm. He scores at will. He scores when he feels like, and I for one know that Erling Haaland will continue his feat when the season starts. He has a notable that is backup in Alvarez. Alvarez is also one very good substitute. So I feel that Pep Guardiola, when you look at him retaining the trophy, that's like 90%, 95% for Pep Guardiola to retain the trophy. Then a team that will place second in the English Premiership, I'll go for Arsenal. Yes, last season they bottled the league. I mean, they led for most part of the season, 15 points, eventually 8. Then they succumbed to the pressures of Manchester City when the heat began heating up on them. But this season, I mean, they've been able to sign a notable amount of players. Arteta has dipped into the market. He signed Kai Havertz from Chelsea in excess of £65 million. He signed Jurrien Timbers from Ajax into the ranks. Kai Havertz has come. He has also gotten, that is Declan Rice, for a purported fee of £105 million from West Ham United. So when you look at the Arsenal setup, I mean, they have a youthful amount of guys. Martin Odegaard, he's the captain of the side. The Norwegian international Bukayo Saka. You have Trossard is also in there. You have Thomas Partey from Ghana. Eddie Nketiah, he's also in there. Gabriel Jesus from Brazil. And last season, what didn't really play well for Arsenal is the fact that they lost William Saliba to injury. But this season, William Saliba is fully fit and poised for action. I expect that he partnering a player like Gabriel Magalhaes in the heart of defense for Arsenal. I mean, they will know to their benefit. So I feel that this season they'll be playing the Champions League, the UEFA Champions League as well. So when you look at the pressures of playing the Champions League as well as the English Premiership, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, I mean, to an extent, it will take a toll on the squad. But it goes without saying that, I mean, these are guys that have been there before. They are youthful. The exuberance is there. They've been there before. But when push comes to shove, I feel that the second position, that's the best bet for Arsenal this season. Then we'll move on to the team that will play third. But before we do that, if you haven't subscribed to the channel as yet, please do so to click on the button below. So let's move on to the team that I feel might play third in the English Premiership. So I'm going for Manchester United. Last season, Manchester United had a manager, Erik ten Hag, from that is Ajax. His first full season, he placed third. His second season, he's been able to make a notable amount of signings. If you know Erik ten Hag, he's a manager that likes to play from the back. So his first two matches for Manchester United, he lost those matches. Brentford, he was walloped. Then another game where he played, he was also walloped by 4 goals. But it looks like he picked up the paces, was able to learn from his mistakes. This season, let's let go of a host of players from the side. The likes of Zidane Iqbal have left for, that is Vitesse. You have Fred leaving for Fenerbahce. David De Gea, after 12 years with Manchester United, he was also let go. Then Alex Telles also left for the Gulf. Anthony Elanga left for Nottingham Forest in the English Premiership. So you have a host of guys that left the field of Manchester United. Maguire might leave to West Ham United. McTominay might also leave to West Ham United as per the clubs agreeing on that is a transfer fee. Then you look at the players he's been able to sign this season. Andre Onana, he's a player he's coached before at FC Ajax. He played for Inter Milan. And now he's coming into Manchester United. He's a player that likes to play with the ball at his feet. So he's a ball-playing goalkeeper, knows how to play with the ball at his feet. Then he signed Mason Mount. He has Premier League experience from Chelsea. And he's a player that could play right behind the striker or in there as an attacking midfielder. Then you have Højlund, Rasmus Højlund. He comes from Atalanta in the Italian Serie A, scored 9 and as much as over 20 matches for Atalanta. I mean, he came through for Manchester United, but he's currently injured and it will take a bit of time for him to play for Manchester United. But I feel that the United lads have learned their mistakes from last season. The likes of Casemiro came with experience, stability in the heart of midfield. Rafael Varane also came in there. He stabilized the defense. Martinez also came with that skill and agility and also that sort of ruthlessness you need in a centre-back for their side. So you look at the way most of these guys play, it speaks volumes of the fact that Manchester United might place third. We'll move on to the fourth. I mean, Liverpool. I feel Liverpool are poised for fourth this season. They've lost a host of players to Arab. The likes of Fabinho have left, Henderson, Roberto Firmino, Naby Keita. You have Oxlade-Chamberlain, James Milner has also left. But they've been able to sign Dominic Szoboszlai from RB Leipzig, Alex McAllister from Brighton. And in a deal where everybody thought that Liverpool might actually get Moise Caicedo from Brighton as well as Romeo Lavia from Southampton, they lost out on these guys. So Jurgen Klopp has a big task at his disposal. Yes, he might have signed Szoboszlai and McAllister, but you have Nunes, Diaz is coming back from injury, You have Mohamed Salah in there. So most of these guys are also in there for Liverpool. Hopefully they are able to augment the squad for Jurgen Klopp for him to do well. He is going to place fourth based on what I've seen him in the transfer window as well as the preseason. In my fifth, I'll go for Newcastle. Yes, last season Newcastle under Eddie Howe, they were fantastic. They played some scintillating football under Eddie Howe. But I feel this season, the fact that they've been able to sign a host of players, Sandro Tonali, Harvey Barnes, as well as Tino De Vatarabo, I mean, these are guys that have come. So I feel they'll be able to augment an already talented squad under Eddie Howe. The likes of Maxima have left, Chris Wood, Carl Dallo, Jamal Lewis, they've also left Newcastle. But I don't think that they'll be combining Champions League football as well as the English Premiership. I don't think that the squad depth at the disposal of Eddie Howe will give him that opportunity to reshuffle, because fatigue will set in, traveling for the Champions League and other host of matches. I mean, it will take a toll on the side. My set on the log, I'll go for Chelsea. Mauricio Pochettino is coming into the side. His first season with FC Chelsea, he signed a host of players for the side. Todd Bowley has backed him left, right, centre with signing. He's been able to sign Moise Caicedo from Brighton in excess of £100 million, Lavia from Southampton in excess of £50 million. You have Chris Nkunku, Alex de Assisi, you have Nicolas Jackson, Robert Sanchez. These are guys that have been signed for FC Chelsea. I feel that most of these guys, it will take a while before they are able to settle in, even though they have an array of guys like Robert Sterling. You have Modric, Enzo Fernandez. I mean, most of these guys are in there. Reece James, Thiago Silva is coming there with that experience in there. But I feel that the fact that these guys are coming into the field, it will take a bit of time for them to know themselves better, to form some sort of telepathy. Yes, the squad depth is there, but it will take a bit of time. They let go of a host of players. The likes of Kai Havertz left, Kovacic, Mount, Kepa Arrizabalaga has left for Real Madrid. You have Babaraman, Khalid Koulibaly, Christian Pulisic has left for AC Milan. You have Eduardo Mendy, Cesar Azpilicueta has also joined. That is Atletico Madrid. So my top six, I'm going for Manchester City to retain the league, Arsenal for second, Manchester United for third, Liverpool for fourth. You have Newcastle for fifth, as well as Chelsea for sixth. So these are my top six for the English Premiership 2023 as well as 2024 soccer season. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel as yet, please do so to subscribe to the channel. My name is Raphael Badamankwasi, and this is where I wrap down on today.